5G causes COVID. And I kind of was like, okay, you know, with the very limited medical knowledge that I have, I mean, I can understand that if you said 5G causes cancer, I might believe you. But if you go and you tell me that a radio wave causes a viral infection, I'm like, but those two have nothing to do with each other. When Half-Life 2 source leaked, I spent literally hours just playing with the ragdoll physics after compiling it. Yeah, no, dude. You see, I like the technical aspects of games and that, but personally, I don't feel adept enough in order to play around with stuff like that. Like, for example, you know, I come from the graphic design industry. You know, I used to be a graphic designer. I used to work print media. So when we're talking about shaders and bitmap, bump maps and things like that, you know, I know what you're talking about. I understand what you're talking about. From a game development perspective, from the more like physics and things like that, I'm only now started playing around with that. So I'm currently using Blender. What you saying? Hi P, also have mixed feelings about easing of the restriction. I'm an introvert. I don't do well in crowds. I get claustrophobic. And people in general can be toxic and negative. I enjoy Twitch. It's very nice. But the thing is, I mean, look, we've had this discussion quite often, is that regardless of where you go, you're going to get toxic people. The whole thing is, how do you manage the toxicity? You know, I'm one of those. I can agree with you, I can disagree with you, either or. I mean, everyone has a right to their opinion. Even if I think that your opinion is wrong, you've got an opinion and I respect that. But when you start trying with that my opinion is wrong, I know, then I've got like zero time for you, and it's cheers. Pierre Kane, at Adal, yes, totally agree. I have social anxiety now, y'all. Pierre Kane, I've worked print. Yeah. Awesome, man. That's freaking cool. Okay, I'm busy making steel, but the steel's not going anywhere. That's not good. Okay, but I need to build it in a way that I can satisfy all 5 of... No. Do I want to satisfy all 5 machines? No, I don't, because I need to be able to build steel bars and steel... What, tubing? I think that's the other tech. So... Actually, you know what? Actually, I can do that. No, I don't want to. Okay, wait. Let's do this. I need some storage. So yeah, a Libra busy doing planning. Nothing will ever get done. Okay, yeah. So, move back. There we go. Less toxicity on Twitch. Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, with Twitch, you're sort of not socially forced. I mean, if you don't want to follow someone, don't follow them. You know, if you want to only watch specific channels, you can do that. With Facebook, for example, I mean, you don't really have much choice as to what you consume and what you don't consume. I mean, everything is literally forced fed it to you. And, you know, for people who, you know, I mean, I read everything I see. It's a bad habit of mine. And I can see, and I see how many times, you know, I read something and it just gets me so freaking irate about the obstinate stupidity, or, you know, the fact that people don't research something before posting. Whoa! Beastie, what are you doing up here? Ow.
You said to Doggo.
Ah. Ow. Ow. Oh, I's going to die. I's going to die. I's going to die. I's going to die. Run away! Whoa. Ooh. Yo, that was bad, Beastie. Do I have anything to heal me with? Yo, that was panic-inducing. Fudge. You stay there, you horrible little monster munchkin. Gee, okay, Houston, I've got a beastie in my posse. Okay. Peak, I have a long history of many different hobbies and careers. Primarily, I'm a software developer, but I also take photos, make music, fiddle with electronics, have worked in the club and stage industry, doing installations and sound stage work, brief stint in graphic designing and print, been a rave DJ for both free parties and commercial events, up to done public speaker in technical capacity, proofread, copy, edit, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Dude! That reminds me of that of the saying, jack of all trades. It's what this whole saying goes: jack of all trades, master of none, is better than the master of one. And I agree with that. I mean, personally, I'm ex-mill. I've been a mechanic. I've worked as a loan shark. I've worked as a financial planner. I've worked as an underwriter. I have worked as, I said mechanic, eh? Yeah. Graphic designing. I worked in clothing boutiques. I used to work with in the farming industry as a farm sale, basically a vegetable sales liaison. Kudos to everyone who has stuck to one career their entire life, curious of everything. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Everything makes me curious. You know, if I see a new thing, fudge, missed. Ow. Evil beastie dead. Die. Ooh. I used to hang out on a homestead. Okay, I'm not following. What's a homestead? Because maybe your homestead and my small holdings are perhaps the same thing. Gee whiz, what? And before we were rudely interrupted by Nasty Beastie. Yeah, man. But that's the thing. I mean, I find too many people today take everything at face value. A help out, driving tractor, drop stuff up cars, dumping corn in the field tower homestead. Okay, a small farm. Okay, are you currently living in the UK? Are you a national Brit? Cool, I've got steel. I've got fudge. Misa do big time. There. Yeah, that one must feed there because those two must feed into there. Cool. I've always lived in the UK. My primary partner lives in Spain. Sweet. Okay. Well, greetings from across the pond. I'm glad to have someone that's outside of my time zone. Well, actually, no. You guys are 1 hour behind us, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think you guys are an hour behind us. So you spent a fair amount of time out there in Spain. Oh. Is it as beautiful as the tour guides say? Okay, so now I need to start my steel production stuff. Production. Something like that. Can I? Yes, awesome. Steel beams, steel pipes. Okay, cool. Oh, pardon. Beg my pardon. So, whereabouts in the beautiful UK are you residing in? Yeah, okay. It's gorgeous. Oh. And I think, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I know South Africa. Okay, people say it doesn't get cold in South Africa. I have to disagree. I mean, depending on where in South Africa you are coming from, it can get pretty chilly. I mean, we are talking about, I mean, in the Free State. I've spent almost 19 years living in the Free State. There you get both extremes. You get your extreme heat, where we're talking about temperatures of like 45 degrees and up. This is centigrade. And you also get like -13, in winter. So you got that Musa variance. But in Spain and those areas, I mean, they say that, winter never comes. I mean, it's always, I mean, their winter is equivalent to like our autumn, which is fine for me. You live in Devon. It's a very... Devon. Why does that sound familiar? Devon. Is that anywhere near Birminghamshire? The graphics I used to work with was he got pissed off with the UK and moved back over there. What, too many Englishmen? But sticking out of the bottom southwest bit. Okay. Devon on the Lee? Why does that name come into my head? I don't know. Maybe I'm just going old and